Oh, you know what? Oh shit, we live already. You feel
Oh,
me?
it's up.
I
It's
don't wonder
up.
why I did that, but
This
I
week
guess
in
you know.
culture. Fuck it. What up, though, man? Y'all already know. The Paradise Boys is back, man. Welcome back to another live stream of This Week in Culture Paradise Edition. I'm your host, Ant Wood, aka Trinidad, and aka one half of the culture and God on a pod. And y'all know what it is when y'all hear that can crack. That mean your man back. I got my brother with me, Jay. What up, though?
What up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, one half of the culture, one half of everything. Tupac Shakur. Shout out to Name Tag. And I know what you're thinking.
Uh-oh.
Finally, my favorite podcast is spending time with me. What's popping?
Man, this week we are back to review the penultimate episode of Paradise on Hulu. Before we get to it, want to thank the listeners, want to thank supporters, all the Patreon subscribers. Hit us up, patreon.com/thisweekinculture. And most importantly, we want to thank everybody who joining us on this live.
Shout out to the early YouTubers. Y'all ain't here. Shout out D. Scott, Andre Brown. Looking like a 90s dope boy.
Hey, man. So, look, if you've been listening to this pod for a while, if you follow me on the socials when I talk about certain episodes of some of the shit we watch, right? Think about, like, we talk about The Bear, right? That Fishes episode where they was having Christmas.
Oh, that's what it was called?
Yeah, it was called Fishes because you remember she was in there cooking the.
Because I'm about to say that Christmas episode is the one.
So it was called Fishes, right? Think about an episode like that. You think about Mayor of Kingstown, I'm sorry, not Mayor of Kingstown. Your Honor, episode 9 in season 1. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember that motherfucking episode 9 being like, "Yo, nigga, they just left Earth." It was certain episodes where I could look at it and I could tell you, like, all right, if they're gonna get a nomination for something, that's the one. This was the one for Paradise, dog.
Which what scene you think? What scene put that in your mind?
I think it's 2 scenes. President Cal Bradford's monologue when he went back and recorded the live. Fuck that pre-recorded shit y'all was gonna put out. When I went back and recorded the live, James Marsden bodied that, like body bag. And then the scene, no words were happening during this scene, by the way, where you could see the nuclear missiles going toward Atlanta and everywhere else, right? But that one that hit Atlanta tore the motherfucking screen up, dog.
Hit Atlanta.
Because we're watching Sterling K. Brown's face. We getting everybody's like expression. But we see his face when that motherfucker hit Atlanta. And that single tear that rolled down that nigga face.
Bro, I don't think,
bro.
I think it's that scene.
Yeah,
for sure.
The whole scene. Yeah.
But the conversation with him and his wife is what I think got it.
It's definitely, because then she just gets cut off, right?
Yeah.
I forgot that was the scene where they were on the phone, or he had her on the phone. But those 2 scenes for me were the ones where I was like, yeah, this was it, dog. Like they went crazy, man.
Yeah, man, this was a really first and foremost, everybody is enjoying this show now.
Yeah.
It seemed like within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably because it's only 8 episodes, right? 3 of them dropped the first week.
Yeah.
So it took a couple of people. It took a while for people to watch it, tell their friends, and then their friends finally get a chance to watch it. But it feel like this week everybody caught up and everybody is in real time now. And I'm pissed that it's only 1 more week.
Facts.
Right? But I am really, really enjoying this show, and I'm so thrilled to know that it's coming back for 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
But man, I'm loving the reaction I'm getting from this show. This not like, it ain't like who slept with who drama. It ain't on some I'm selling crack on some gangster shit.
Love selling crack.
It ain't like
love selling crack.
It ain't the typical stuff. It's really good. It's really good TV, man.
You know what I wanted to talk about before we even dive into the episode, because you just kind of brought me to a thought that I had when I was watching it. These 7 episodes have been about mad different shit. We started, go back to episode 1. This was a murder mystery from the beginning. Nigga. And then by the end, if you make it to that cliffhanger at the end of episode 1, you realize how much deeper this shit could go, right? If they really want to go that route. Every single episode since episode 1 has taken us in a different direction. Bro, to the point, watching this, which was 99.9% a flashback episode, I forgot President Bradford was dead, bro. Like, watching this episode, I literally forgot. We still ain't figured out who really killed this nigga, dog.
Yo, OBJ318 said 2 more seasons, they done blessed the game. Yes.
Man.
They got 2 more seasons, and they said each season gonna be different.
They kind of gave us a hint this episode. So this was an episode where I would recommend, if you don't already, having the captions on, because there's so much happening in the background.
Yeah,
the news reports and all that. You might miss something. It was also a lot of just language you might not be familiar with, or might not know like the gravity of. So had them captions on, because in this episode they mentioned it's another bunker out there. Something me and Jay have been talking about from the beginning. Like, yo, this couldn't have been the only one, nigga.
Yo, Robert G said, could you see Paradise and The Last of Us in the same universe? You know what, dog? No. Only because, yeah, but no. Only because ain't no zombies. But on some apocalyptic shit, yeah. I almost forgot that Last of Us was coming back. I don't know when it's coming back
with Jeffrey Wright,
but I heard that.
Yeah,
and I guess it's good that it took so long.
Yeah,
because she grows up a bit
in the game, in the book, and all that. Yeah,
I wonder how they're gonna play. I'm sorry, this is about Paradise, but I wonder how they're gonna play that shit.
So, on some,
April. Woo!
Oh, it's back in April. Okay.
Oh man.
On some apocalyptic end of the world shit, you can ask my wife. She knows that's one of my favorite genres of movie.
For sure.
If an end of the world, I don't give a fuck who in it. It could be The Rock. It could be Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's one of my.
I'm watching it.
That's one of my favorite genres in my YouTube subscription. It's my favorite genres of life. I'm prepared.
So when I say like, yo, every episode of Paradise has taken us into a different genre. We started off with a murder mystery. This episode 7. Was a flat out end of the world movie. That's what it felt like we was watching, dog. It felt like some end is near type shit or end is here type shit. And it was such a fucking powerful hour of TV. It felt like 2 hours. Nigga, like by the time this went off, I legit had to look at my watch and make sure I had enough time to do everything else I planned to do today. Because I thought I lost about an hour and a half, 2 hours of TV. Because this ain't feel like an hour, dog. This ain't feel like 50-something minutes, man.
Yeah.
This shit was, oh, man, it was excellent. So it started off with the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis. It took us in a whole nother direction that I wasn't ready for, dog.
Did you know who that was? Or did you have an idea like, yo, who is this?
So I wasn't familiar with who that was.
But who did you think it was? Because I'm thinking like, is this his dad?
So I thought it was Granddad.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, is this Granddad? And like, he said, I can't save the world tonight. I'm like, oh, maybe you're going to make your son be the president. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we saw him when he was old. I'm like, yo, is this him as a young man?
Could be, because
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, but like we learned. So they didn't dive too deep into it, but like basically in the beginning of the episode, they tell us, yo, they was sending their nukes over here, and then somebody pressed the button and turned them around, dog.
Well, no, he said, and this, he said they was given the order to send the nukes, and dude just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, No, I chose not to because they say, listen, if you get back into this corner, your job is to send the fucking news.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Which, if I'm not mistaken, this happened in real life, and then they replayed it in a movie and or a TV show too. They kind of like replayed this in a couple different things where he was like, I was supposed to, but I didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't because if I would have.
Let me find dog's name.
Peace, fellas. It's Fox. Currently watching episode 7 at the moment, so I'm going to watch the replay. Thank you, Dan Fogelman, for This Is Us and Now Paradise. Shout out to that.
Man. It's such a fucking blessing when you get TV that's this good that everybody can rally around.
Yeah, said my thirsty ass came in here at 8 o'clock like a damn clock.
So one thing about that opening scene that I thought was actually the most powerful thing in the fucking world. After he has that combo with his wife, tells her like, yo, we literally just avoided the end of the fucking world. And she like, go get some rest. You can't save the world today. Then he flips that light switch on and off like 4 times.
The statement he made before that, which was the one he was like, man, this is gonna happen again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's inevitable. Like this is going to happen again, and like it's damn near nothing that we can do about it. I didn't understand. So in my brain, right? Because I'm trying to piece together what the fuck. What are you telling me? Mm-hmm. I don't know who this person is at the time. Like, is his granddad? I'm thinking like, yo, this must be granddad, right? And when he was flipping the lights off and flipping it back on, they was looking at like a rocket and globe and all this stuff. I'm like, is this the idea from Having Paradise? Because, you know, they've been flipping the light switch on and off, and that's that sound. I'm like, what is this? And it wasn't until that scene, and I'm like, oh, shit. Because I totally forgot about that piece.
It's really a triple entendre, right? Because it's the idea for Paradise as a whole. It's the end of the world literally does lie in the flip of a switch for a lot of fucking nations, dog. Like U.S., China, Russia can all say fuck it, and South Korea, like
it's
North Korea.
It's like 30. It's a bunch
it's a bunch with nuclear weaponry. Crazy. And again, it's a flip of a switch, and we can end this whole shit if we really wanted to. But then it's also the other entendre of, what if you could flip it and turn off some shit that somebody else flipped on? Because it's this simple. We just got to build it out. We got to make it. And we got to make sure we prevent. I can't save the world tonight, but in case this shit happens again, which I know it will, I can put something in place that might fucking save the world.
Name tag. This was the most intense TV I watched in a good while. I was watching and talking to the screen for sure.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That flashback did tie into the little at the end. Mm-hmm. That's why I. Oh damn! See, appreciate it.
Hey, This Week in Culture got y'all. Don't worry about it, man. We go from that scene, which at the time when you first watched the episode, it feels significant, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
And then we shift immediately back in the present day, where Xavier got the blicky up on Sinatra.
Man, I hate to keep doing this to Dan Fogelman. You know what I'm saying? Because these are 2 different shows.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like what happens sometimes on This Is Us. Like they'll show you this scene. That's an amazing scene. You'd be like, yo, what the? Like
what do it mean? Yeah.
You don't know what it means. And then like at the last hour later, you realize like, oh shit, you mean to tell me that's such and such? Oh wow. And that's what that was.
Because y'all know I just started This Is Us. Using the pilot episode of This Is Us. Nigga, I didn't even realize Dog and them was their parents until the end of the fucking episode. Nothing about them looked like the 70s, my nigga. Until you got to the end, saw all these other people, saw the police uniform. Everything looked a lot fucking aged when you put them all in a room.
Man, it's that's like the wonder of storytelling.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to tell you the story in sequential order for you to understand the feeling. Because honestly, it may not make sense in sequential order.
Yeah.
It only makes sense when all those things happen.
And that's the cool thing about a TV show too, where I think a lot of shows kind of lack creativity. Everything doesn't need to tell me a beginning, middle, end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can use flashbacks and different scenes to incorporate the story you're trying to tell me. You just have to be creative enough to do it. And I feel like a lot of shows stay so surface, they don't really open themselves up to what that could look like, man. And so far, Paradise is doing a phenomenal job with these flashbacks, dog.
So I've never taken any classes on screenplays and all that other stuff. Do you think it's something like somebody gets? I don't know how difficult it is, right? Yeah. But if I learn if it's difficult and I learn a way to do it, I'm gonna stick with this particular way because it's so difficult. It'd probably be extremely difficult to jump back and forth, and I don't know.
So I'll say this, right? One thing that I'm starting to realize when you write, and again, very early on, y'all already know my journey, nigga. I'm just getting started. But when you're writing a screenplay, when you're writing a pilot, anything like that, in my mind, I feel like you remember when we watched whatever season of Snowfall that was, season 3, the one that ended with the Crips and all that.
Yeah.
So you remember that season? That was the year John Singleton passed. And they said, yo, John Singleton wrote that final episode, that finale, before he wrote the rest of that season.
I think they may have even shot that shit first.
Yeah. They literally said that was the first shit they shot because it was the first thing he wrote. And then he kind of worked backwards from there. What I'm learning about writing, or at least my writing style, knowing where I want to get and starting from there helps me build my story out.
Yeah.
A lot of times it might be really easy to say, here's the subject, here's how we get there, the end.
Yeah.
For me, I think you give yourself a lot of creative freedom, having that end kind of already in place, and then telling the story of how we got there, because it doesn't limit you, dog.
Man, the only analogy to that is, for myself, would be with music, right? Sometimes if somebody will go in there and try to write a verse, first sentence to all the way in, and some people will go into the studio and mumble over the beat to find the melody and fill it in like, I want to da and and then I'll go. You can go back and then fill in. I know I want to say and
here's how
shit. Now that I have the melody that I want, I'll go find the words that fit to the melody verses, so I can understand that.
And that's again, for me, I'm starting to learn that's my writing style. Like, I like creating the world to get to my story.
Dre Digit said, I haven't felt this much suspense in the show since Raising Kanan, when Kanan shot Omar Epps and the streets were hot. Yo, that was a really good.
Hey, Raising Kanan has been thus far, the only one of the power books to really sort of keep us on our toes. Because you know what Raising Kanan did that This Is Us is doing? Well,
took it so serious.
It took it so seriously, but it didn't rush the story. Paradise has done a really good job with it. Because again, this was supposed to be a limited series. I only had these 8 ready to go, but I knew in my mind if we got extended, I have 2 more seasons of a story I can tell y'all. But if I'm only able to give y'all this 8, if this shit don't blow up and niggas don't want 2 more seasons, I'm going to tell you this story in a very calculated, very meaningful way. And I think they've done a great job doing that. When we opened up the episode, once we got past those opening credits and we got to that first scene, what you think was going to happen with Xavier and Sinatra? Like, I don't think I was ready for them to jump immediately into the flashback.
I didn't think the whole entire episode was a flashback.
Yeah, same.
So 4 minutes has passed.
Yeah.
You feel me? Next week's episode is 4 minutes after last week's episode because nothing happened. I thought we was gonna get to where's my daughter?
Yeah.
I got her tied up or whatever. I thought we was gonna get into that.
Tied up in a
Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty.
So I stay filthy, richer than rich. Hey, Sinatra say that's how I stay filthy, dog.
I mean,
but you
they
know,
did call him Frank. You feel me? They did call him Frank.
Yo, the bars that's in there right now. Frank White, Frank Sinatra, y'all don't understand.
Frank White, though.
Come on, Frank White. Yo, what's funny? I'll connect that to fucking Christopher Walken on Severance and fuck this whole pot up, nigga. But the thing that tripped me out is exactly what you said, nigga. They opened this scene up with her saying, "Your wife is alive." Like, we didn't even leave last week.
Now, you asked me, you think she was alive? I'm like, nigga, this TV. Of course she's alive. And with me specifically, by the actor that you get to play a role, I'll tell you how important that actor is going to be in this role. Because you wouldn't get, like, if Billy was played by, like, somebody that we know, he wouldn't have died. He wouldn't have died that early. You feel me?
Not by episode 4.
Unless, or he was gonna be heavy in the flashbacks.
Facts.
And that's just not a thing.
What was really dope to me too, throughout the season, they've used flashbacks to continue the story. This episode, they used the flashback to flat out tell us the story. And they didn't hesitate. They didn't jump back to present day to tell us what's going on. They didn't answer our questions like, yo, what did Jane do with the daughter? And where's the son? Like, fuck all that. Y'all gonna sit here and take this story.
Oh shit. We probably gonna get the Sinatra side at some point, right? Because how did her family get there? Did her family get there? Because I feel like I'm not 100% sure that when we see her, I know I saw her husband while she was writing the obituary. The eulogy.
For Cal.
Like a 4th grader in crayon letters and shit, whatever reason.
But you remember.
But the daughter one, I don't know when that was and where has she been, because we only seen her one time.
Yeah. Now, we also know Sinatra's kept them in the house.
Or do we?
That's what we've been told. She kept the daughter away from this, so when nobody knows she had another fucking kid.
Well, that's what we've
been told.
That's what we think, because she didn't actually say that.
No, she said that on one of them episodes when they was talking about her. It was like maybe 2 episodes ago. She flat out said, damn, what is she? She said something like, oh yeah, when she was sending them to her house to check on her family. That's what it was. She was like, she didn't say my daughter there, but she did say, go check on my husband and my daughter. So we know they there. We don't know they came out of hiding yet. But with this episode, dog, once they jumped into the flashback and they never came back, that's where I really got caught up in. Because that's where I forgot Cal dead and all. They treated this like present day.
My nigga, this whole show is within 3 days. 4 days tops.
Yeah. Now, it's been 3 years in the bunker. But for us,
it's been 3 days.
Nigga.
Tops.
We're getting less than a week of activity. Yo, this week down in Paradise is turning the fuck up, nigga.
I meant to say this earlier. This feels like early 2000s TV. Because TV was good. I didn't watch 24, but this feels like some 24 shit. I know the hype around it. 24. I know the hype around what's that shit where the airplane crashed on ABC?
Manifest?
No. This was like one of the first binge-worthy.
The event? No, that was NBC.
It was like
airplane.
Damn.
Mystery TV. Hold on. Because I already know somebody yelling at us right now.
And it wasn't this, but that was like Stranded, Lost.
Lost. Yeah. Okay.
I never watched Lost, but I know how Lost was.
And all them shows. So we're going to get into this episode, but I do want to mention this. When I think about Manifest, when I think about Lost, when I think about the show, The Event, which only had 1 season, shows like that tend to start off really fucking good. Like, amazingly good. Like, appointment TV good, right?
Yeah.
And then a lot of them tend to lose their way once they continue that story. Because
you know why?
Why?
They start off with the ending and don't be good at building the story behind it.
Yeah.
Like, you gave me your best shit off top, pause, and it was like, what else?
Yeah, and that's why I'm less afraid about what the next seasons of Paradise could look like, because I made this show only to give you this one season. Now that I know we get extended seasons, I can build them out around something completely different. It don't have to look like this.
We got a great writer and a great actor.
Yeah, we also have a fucking trusted duo.
Can you imagine who gonna be on next season though?
Here's the dope thing I love about when a TV show randomly catches on. Everybody, all the actors want to be on the next season, right? The niggas who know I can pull that off. I can do that. Like, yo, give me a chance to be on a show like that, and I'm gonna do. Man, it's gonna be some dogs on these next seasons, bro.
Rob said, "Lost. We got it. You know, y'all was screaming at the.
Yeah.
Y'all told us how
y'all
told us how y'all feel.
Yo, Google works. Google works.
No, y'all told us how we feel in the Facebook group.
So, in the very first episode of Paradise, episode 1, season 1, Cal said this, and it was low, and it ain't mean shit to us then, but now it make a lot of sense. He said, if someone's got to sit behind that desk and make the important decisions about the well-being of the American people, then I consider myself a pretty decent human being who will try to do the right thing.
Yep.
He said that in episode 1.
Also, this episode, he kept referencing, hey, the first time we met, yo, this we're replaying, we're replaying the first episode over and over again. Yep. And to that's super bars on some writing shit because I didn't pick that up. We talked about the take your shoes off. We talked about would you like to have a drink? And like he like, yo, we
are reliving the first time we met, bro. And now remember the first time we met, I told you that if somebody got to sit here and do this, I'd rather be me.
Now you know what'll be the super Easter egg?
What?
Where did he say? I don't know where such and such is on the map, right? I don't know. I don't remember what country it was.
Damn.
I wonder if they mentioned one of those in the bomb is coming and wiped out.
Was it Sudan?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Damn.
Syria?
It might have been Syria. I feel like it was Syria. And if it was, then no, they ain't mentioned it because I wrote down all the spots they got to. First of all, Australia got fucked.
You down under, nigga. You down under.
Yo,
the fuck?
Yo, Australia got beat up like. First, it was fucking Melbourne. Like, at the top of the episode, they say, yo, Melbourne is completely wiped out. And then, like, 10 minutes later, they're like, yo, Sydney's also fucked up. Oh, New Zealand, yeah, that's out of here, too. God damn, dog. Like,
you know,
yo.
Come up top. I don't know.
So, one thing I wanted to throw out there real quick. Hold on. I think I had to change my motherfucking passcode on the phone the other day. All right. So we finally learned what happened. Like, we knew what happened. We heard tsunamis. We saw on episode, I think that might have been 4 or 5, the top of the Washington Monument that was underwater. The Washington Monument's 500 something feet. I think like 545 feet or something like that. On the episode, they say, yo, the tsunami and the tidal wave waters could rise 300 feet. We saw.
Well, yeah, it was a 300-foot tidal wave.
Yeah.
And like. At least 300 feet.
Yeah. And that was day 1.
They said that shit was moving like
600 miles per hour.
So like that motherfucker breaking the sound barrier.
Nigga. So
which was that big crack.
Yeah. Yep. So we learned that a volcano erupted under an Antarctic ice shield, which shattered all the ice, melted trillions of fucking gallons of water into the world. And then it triggered global tsunamis that were running up to 600 miles per hour, causing tidal waves that could rise 300 feet.
Not to scare anybody, but this happens every, 13,600 years.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Some people say we doing the global warming shit, but this happens.
This is the sort of shit that happens. What was funny and probably my favorite single line of this episode was the scientist who warned them niggas 10 years ago.
I hate niggas like that though.
Nah, my line was when that nigga said, "Ask a fucking dinosaur."
Because like you so fucking smart. Okay, cool. But now you want to virtue signal and it's, hey, I'm smart. I told you niggas. Nigga, you know what shit we can do about this shit? Yeah. Did the dinosaurs equal? Like, what did the dinosaurs do? The dinosaurs didn't have diesel vehicles either. Like, this shit still happened. Like, I don't know.
Dinosaurs push the button.
like if this world is 360 million years old, and you can tell that this happens every X amount of period of time, I do not know for a fact that whatever we do down here has more than a 1 to 2% chance of changing anything.
For sure.
You feel me?
Sure.
I just don't know. Now it could it be? Yes. But what started it before then? Like,
what's fucked up is, you know, we didn't get a lot from that flashback to when the scientists, because that was back when Cal was on the Senate, right? And we saw a little bit. We saw him talk to the scientists, talk to Sinatra, tell her a little bit more, and that was kind of the beginning of the idea for Paradise.
Why smart ass ain't down in Versailles?
Because
you
supposed to be on a plane, bro.
You the one.
You predicted this.
She went and talked to you to set it up.
You on a plane in Versailles. Yo, why do you think they use Versailles as the code word?
Versace. Ooh, somebody shot me because I was just checking the mail. Get it? Checking the mail.
The Treaty of Versailles was the end of the First World War, right? That was basically the agreement to end the war, blame Germany. Germany had to pay, I don't even know how much in reparations. They had to like give up territory, populace. Like it was like a whole thing behind the Treaty of Versailles. And the history of it basically says like Germany got so weak after signing the Treaty of Versailles. That's how Hitler took over and then started World War II. Yeah. So it was an interesting name choice when I heard it, because I'm like, this was the end of World War I, but it also kind of kicked off World War II.
You know what's so crazy? I was on, I don't know if it was Instagram or TikTok. So you know what they do now is when somebody is giving an alternate version of history or quote unquote what happened in history, they'll be talking and it'll be nothing to do whatever. It'd be like a watermelon getting sliced or such. And they went through this whole thing. It was like, I just heard, long story short, I just heard that recently. I'll just say that. I heard that recently.
So if y'all listen to the pod, y'all know political science, one of my majors. So Treaty of Versailles, I'm familiar enough with just from school shit. But when I heard the fucking name, I thought that shit was critical. Dog.
You say something tells me that niggas in Florida was still grilling during the tsunami.
Yeah. So that's something I like that. I like that statement because it's a question that I wanted to ask you. We've heard we know I ain't moving. The LA, pardon if it's sensitive to any listeners out on the West Coast, but like the earthquakes or wildfire, I ain't going nowhere. Florida, the hurricanes, I ain't going nowhere. New Orleans, like literally documentaries of people who like, I done been through, kind of like the janitor in this episode. I done been through all this shit, and it ain't never as bad as they say it is, even when it's fucking horrible. I ain't going nowhere. This felt like, now again, it wasn't really nowhere to go.
Man, I just watched, somebody sent me a video when I finally, I'm going to share it with you. That basically was like, what's the safest place to live in the country? Essentially. And they went through a whole bunch of shit. And you know, they said we're the safest place to be from ground moving, from earthquakes to tsunamis and everything.
That'll be Michigan.
They said it was the Great Lakes region.
Got you.
It was like Michigan, Ohio, that little west, like this was like the safest place to live.
And even Ohio's seen a few too many tornadoes for me, not necessarily like.
Well, they said the Great World. They didn't say specifically Ohio. They definitely
but like,
said,
I definitely agree. And I've said that since young, like, for all the shit that Michigan gets during the winter, I see you niggas. It's my last fucking winter in Michigan. I'm not
gone, nigga.
We get a month and a half of snow. We get a real winter. It's winter. But like the scientist said in this episode, when all this ends, we got winter forever, nigga. That's essentially what the earth was gonna look like by the end of this. That nigga said,
another ice age.
Boom. Like,
and then like at some point, something stopped the ice age.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is how this shit work.
Yeah, man. It's definitely cyclical, dog. So with people who, what do you think, like somebody who doesn't want to fucking leave, like, my roots is here, my family is here, we've been through all this shit. That janitor, for instance, they always say it's gonna be bad. I've been through 9 administrations.
Yeah, but like, what you want me to do then?
But when that nigga tells you, I think you need to just go be with your family, and you say, I'm gonna see them tomorrow, fam. And I get it. some of the elders,
well, also
they might not hear you.
But also, y'all didn't tell me what's going on yet.
Yeah.
Because as soon as y'all told me what's going on, they looked at that nigga and he was gone.
I mean, that motherfucking janitor cart couldn't have been emptier.
The broom. Remember that broom challenge? The broom was just sitting in the sky.
That was that broom from the None of Your Friends video with Genuine, nigga, where he danced with dog. It was
because y'all giving me weather reports and shit. Like y'all haven't said what's going on, so I don't have the correct sense of urgency.
So what's funny? Nobody had the correct sense of urgency, but what made this episode so palpable was that we all, as the viewers, saw the sense of urgency build up over the episode, right? Like, yeah, niggas like Sinatra know what's really going on. Niggas like the General Barack, that nigga was really good in this episode. Like, limited. He's been in stuff for sure.
He black famous.
Yeah, he is.
I want to say black famous, but he's not black famous. But he like face famous.
He's for sure one of them. Like, soon as you see him, you like,
know who he
where
is.
I seen dog before.
He been in like everything.
He was very fucking good in this episode, dog. Like,
you know what I thought about this episode?
What's that?
What is this whole series and season, whatever, is all these motherfuckers who run around here who just want to seat at the table.
Yeah.
I want to seat at the table.
Yeah.
So a lot of niggas in that motherfucker want to seat at the table, but don't got a spot in paradise.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all, I want to be in the room. And then
yeah.
Old girl was like, she just knew she was safe.
Man, I've been with you since you was on the Senate. Since the very beginning of your political career, I've been your fucking secretary, your aide. Nigga.
But what value do you have to society though? Because like we friends, but when we starting the world over, it's 25,000 people. Yeah. Like, what's your actual value?
I can find another you later. Right now, I need a small Secret Service team. Because think about this, right? When we go down to Paradise, 25,000 people, nigga, this is a fraction of the amount of people. How many people in America?
360 million.
360 million.
Give or take.
25,000. Nigga, I need every single thing I have right now, like as far as my team goes, but I need the granular version of it, dog. Like, I literally only need one or two of everything right now.
These guys said my man started Jag back in the day.
Colonel. Yeah.
Buddy in the Secret Service said, let me on this motherfucking plane before I shoot this bitch up.
Yo, my nigga said, it's only my third day out here. I don't know.
He quite literally said that.
Yeah. That is the only thing of value that Lil Uzi Vert has ever given me, and I'm cool with it, dog.
That one song is I Just Want to Rock. That shit fire.
Yeah, I hated that. I like that song.
I don't even know if it has words besides I just want to rock.
I hated the dance. That's what pissed me off.
I'm not trying to dance.
But I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of hype. But so
all my friends are dead.
No, that was the other nigga. What? Hold on, was that Vert or was that
Lil Uzi?
Damn. So what songs do Lil Yachty got? That nigga got no music. Nigga just out.
The shit with J. Cole. One of J. Cole.
And then J. Cole killed him with his own shit. Yo, that's fucked up.
I can't remember. I know he had a song.
Yeah.
Right?
Shit. I don't know. Only line I even know about that nigga is when Drake say, I ain't Yachty, but this ain't a little boat or some shit. I don't know, dog. Hey, Yachty,
also knows that. I'm gonna give fuck who you friends with.
Yachty can't help neither, dog. Yo, so fam, we learned real quick in this episode why Cal was drinking the way he was drinking leading up to his death.
I think he was drinking this.
All that. The addiction, here's the thing. If we really want to keep it a buck, the addiction starts when I tell my dad I want to be a teacher and help kids and help like the youth and all, and he forces me into a career that I don't even want to go. That brings me to stress, not just of kids, but of the American people.
I take that one. And also, it wasn't 12 o'clock yet, and his dad was drinking. Said, my nigga, it's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. First of all, Dad, it's not.
Yeah, it's like 9:30, my nigga.
At the latest, anywhere you look,
it's 9:30.
It ain't 12.
Nigga, I gotta go to Japan for it to be happy hour, nigga.
Oh man. So what's really crazy though?
Yo, shout out to 96 people up in this joint.
Shout out to y'all, man. What up, though? So we learned not only why Cal was fucking drinking, but we learned in detail what he had to do. I'm very glad that they showed us 2 speeches from him and like the conversations and the thing that led up to that second speech. Right?
Why you think the need to keep everybody calm is always positioned as such a concern when clearly I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas. I'm going into the mountain.
Fam, the need to keep everybody calm in situations like these is for the people who are gonna live through situations like these. This ain't for keeping me calm when I'm finna die regardless.
Like I can understand
that ain't for me.
I can understand keeping people in the White House calm so I can get the president out.
Yeah.
But the 360 million people in the country, why you care if you keeping them calm and you about to go in the bunker?
Man, y'all are literally saying the world's finna end. And you care that a nigga in Minnesota is calm right now? When you get your fucking news report, that's crazy.
I do understand that absolute chaos is going to break out.
Here's the thing. Chaos is going to break out no matter what. You're delaying it by saying, yo, let's tell them this. Like, nigga, that nigga said tsunamis are fast, but the American people are faster. What the fuck does that even mean? Fam, nobody in America has ever outrun a tsunami. Oh, God. Maybe Michael Scott.
Well,
that's it.
That's it. I seen niggas duck tsunami surf. I seen niggas duck surf.
Come on.
Battle rap bars. You feel me? If you know, you know.
And I just feel like that whole need to keep people calm, not only are you delaying the inevitable, you're also making what's going to inevitably happen worse.
I don't know exactly what I would do given this situation, right?
Yeah.
So if I found out, like, my nigga, the next couple minutes is about to be a wrap.
Yeah.
I don't even know that I attempt to go find my family.
Yeah.
Because by the time my dad lived 10 minutes away, I'm not even gonna make it over there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Real shit.
Like, so I might fuck around and like turn my favorite shit on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eat some great. I don't fucking know.
So we learned from a timeline perspective, the tsunami's hitting all over the world, right? We saw a live news report where it hit Jakarta and hit the motherfucking news reporter standing on the roof of a damn skyscraper.
She like, you safe out there? Hey, I'm on a 20-story building on the opposite side.
Yeah, we good.
You know what it felt like? Felt like Interstellar when it was like, oh, is that mountain moving? He was like, yo, that's not a mountain. Like, that's a wave.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. And like,
it's coming.
Like, did that mountain seem a little closer than it did? Like, no, that wave.
Like, that motherfucker finna hit you.
That wave is so big.
Yeah.
And my man said, when does this stop? When it stopped? Because that, regardless, we in a container. Okay? Yeah. when you got a glass of water, you shake that bitch, the water goes back and forth until it stops.
Yeah.
Like,
and it stopped when it stopped.
Until it becomes even again. So it's going crisscross through the world for a few times.
And at the rate of speed that the shit is moving, right? It's gonna go around the world 10 fucking times because nigga, there's literally the only thing that was holding all this water was the ice caps. Like the fact that this shit was frozen. Now that it's melted due to this volcano, and now that we have this hot ass ash that they said is fucking I think they said it's like tens of million pounds of ash and shit in the air. So this is not only like this will never refreeze, my nigga.
So
not no time soon.
So side note, this particular topic is into the world shit. I look at this shit an absurd amount.
Yeah.
You feel me? From Grant Hancock to all these different people, I look at this type of shit.
Right.
This is happening again.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
I don't know when. it's happening again.
Yeah.
And it has happened over time, and people, we start over.
Yeah.
Essentially. Just how they go.
Yeah.
We start over. Some people, they go on the ground, they hide out, they whatever they do. That's why people got bunkers, the whole 9 yards. I follow a YouTube channel called Atlas Survivor Bunkers. They just go around the country putting these bunkers in for people.
Yeah.
Follow their Instagram, the whole. This is a thing. Yeah. Whether people want to realize this is a thing or not, it's a thing. And it's going to happen. Now, what I did not expect and was not on my radar is what they said is, because we know everything gonna be fucked up, countries start positioning themselves for the fallout to take land and resources for their own people. Yeah. And others want to stop that. So in the midst of the natural disaster, humans get involved. Yeah. And I wasn't expecting the nuclear fallout. So nuclear fallout I'm expecting is the water come and knock over a nuclear power plant or some shit and boom.
Something that was from the natural disaster, not a man-made.
Which made me not quite understand what caused this. Right, because I thought I heard something about nuclear, but I also thought this nigga said something about, before we knew how everything happened, about like the tsunami. So I'm like, so which one is it?
Yeah, same, right? Because we was talking about the air ain't safe to breathe and all that. We was hearing that early. Then we heard tsunami. Then it was like we was back to air not being safe, and the nigga Billy took his mask off and was like, "Yo, you can't breathe this shit." Like, so it was like, to your point, where are we? Also, note when Billy went up there to go kill them for scientists, it was winter, because that's the world they're living in right now. Yeah, it's fucking.
Also, didn't know if that was winter or ash.
Also that, because the ash was that thick. You got fucking tens of millions of pounds of ash. So,
and they also in Colorado.
We learned facts, so it also could be snowing.
Because and they had a mountain in Colorado. Yeah.
So we learned a few things. One, to your point. China and Russia said, fuck it, let's go to war, my nigga, and start banging at each other. Like I expect China and Russia to do. Because they was like, yo, let's get this land, my nigga. Somebody who we ain't even know exploded some bombs over in Denmark. Had no clue. But that broke a NATO treaty. So now we looking at, niggas is officially.
We gotta go into DEFCON. Yeah. A defensive condition. I know when Kanye said us go to DEFCON 5 on a particular group, people thought it was like offensive. Yeah. But DEFCON is a defensive position. Yeah. So I know we didn't know. A lot of people don't know what that term means. Not saying that he should have still said it, whatever. But that's a defensive position. Because it's up outside, Mr. President. Yeah. We gotta up the defense. We gotta figure out, and because my man is walking around with the football. Yeah. The nuclear codes.
And we're learning, right? Because initially it didn't start off, China and Russia have taken aim at each other and start firing weapons. It started off, China and Russia sending motherfuckers out, like they going to secure land out this month.
And it ain't just them, it's everybody.
It's everybody. But these is the other two powers that are equipped like the U.S. to go out here and really make some fucking noise globally, right? And then we also learned.
Was that a cat noise?
I heard it. Then I was like, yo, niggas on the YouTube meowing. Like, don't purr at us.
When it was snow, man, out here, I keep seeing like little footprints. I think it's a cat around this motherfucker.
It might be one in the world, dog.
I might let the dog out.
So we learned South Africa, gone. Wiped out. All of Australia.
That hurts.
Oh, when they mentioned it, I was like, damn, God. And then we got a timeline for the U.S. It was like,
5 hours.
Coastal city. It was 5 hours for D.C. It was 2 for Florida. So we got 3 more hours. Everybody in this room got a few hours to go home.
Low key, Colorado is a really good place to be, because they was like, any place under whatever the sea level, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah.
If you flood, it's a wrap. Florida, Houston. Yeah. Like if you live in a place that normally floods. Yeah. Sorry, Louisiana.
The wild thing, right, with Washington and that DMV area having an additional 3 hours that, you know, the rest of the Eastern Seaboard didn't have. I think you made a really good point. Keeping the people in the White House calm might have been my first approach versus, like, I might have recorded the thing. I ain't mad at what President Cal did, by the way.
Why'd you record it there, though?
Oh, at the joint. Yeah, if it was a pre-recorded joint.
Oh, no, but like, do that shit from Air Force One.
That's what I'm saying. If y'all are going to pre-record it and then play it like it's live, I can get on the plane. Like, we can go ahead and get going. Like,
I gotta do a green screen, my nigga. Like, so fuck. I know y'all got the technology.
Yeah, put the flag up.
Even though y'all got Blackberries around this motherfucker,
yeah,
by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what year is this again? But I know that they still fuck with Blackberries.
Yeah.
But
the greatest.
Like, who cares about public perception when the world is about to be over, my nigga?
Making this background look exactly like my office, nigga. They got a Oval Office background on Teams, nigga. Like, we can do this right away,
nigga. I got one over here. I don't make me change my background to this motherfucker.
What these niggas know something. But it's really crazy because he records this shit and immediately felt bad about it, right? Because like he told you in episode 1, I'm a good person. I don't want to do this shit. But it wasn't till shit started really getting bad and he started realizing the gravity of this motherfucker that it was like, dog, I can't sit. This ain't gonna sit right on my spirit.
Black man did it.
Man.
He looked at my man was like, because low key, none of this would happen. They would have been the fuck out of there.
They was headed out.
They would have
gone. Dog, he took his coat and tie off. Nigga, we're headed to the chopper to get to safety. Bro.
You think there was enough time to get King Xavier's wife? So
we mentioned this last episode, but now I'm here to double down on how right I be. Nigga, there's no way to get out of fucking Hartsfield Jackson and through Atlanta traffic.
Well, she sounded like she made it.
Here's my thing. One, I don't think she was ever getting the fuck out of there. Clearly. Whether she made it from Hartsfield to that Air Force base or not, I don't think there was ever anything set up for her to fucking leave. I think
her, because like they literally put her name in the system and gave, like, you got to get from there to that base, and like he literally typed the name in the system, like, nigga, she's straight. And here's what I loved about how they wrote it. We don't know for sure she made it or not, right? We heard her say, I stole a car. And then, boom, this nigga phones get cut off. Like, they were doing that. So the combos with him and his wife were really what was setting up the tension for me. Yeah, and like, if we had better cell phone reception, man, or if they was using, like, so for an example, these was the towers that started COVID. Yeah. So look, they just need, like, Cal really did look out for, nigga, I gave you a satellite phone. Fam, not only did I give you the satellite phone to talk to her, but rewind, my nigga, yo. My boss. I did tell you a week ago, hey, she's still traveling to Atlanta. Like, you probably don't want her to do that, dog. And then you told her, hey, stay home from Atlanta. Nigga, she was on the way out the door. That nigga told you it's not a safe time. Tell your wife to not go. My wife ain't listened to me in 20 years. Well, nigga, that, all right, put your fucking foot down. Because here's what I'm not finna tell you when you say that. Nigga, the world might end. Because you know I can't tell you that. Bro, I can't tell you that. Because you're lucky you're going with me. Because guess what your wife gonna do? She gonna tell her friends. Come on, nigga, your wife a scientist. She's like, gonna go investigate. Baby, I gotta say something. Yeah. She gonna keep the secret for weeks. Come on, man. Because with Loki, ultimately this is her job. You can't tell her not to do her job. And it sounds as if this shit happened within 10 days of that conversation. Well, yeah. I think it happened like a couple days later. Like, I don't think she was over there too much longer after that. Like, because what I don't understand is, my nigga, you was briefed on this shit. Yeah. You knew you was going. Yeah. So why the fuck, when I tell you, hey, my nigga, those trips not safe no more, it's not like you a regular nigga. So what I got from this episode was that when Versailles went into action,
Xavier and that other Secret Serviceman that he went and got the guns with, and then everybody else on 18. But I felt like for them two specifically, all they knew was when Versailles goes into action, this is the route that we need to take to get out. We're going to get on the chopper, and here's where we're going.
But he also know that his kids are safe once this shit go down. Yeah. So, and we've done this so many times. So, on a random day, when your night is over, the president said, hey, man, run me through this shit anyway.
Yeah.
Say, why are we doing this? And then he tell you, he's like, dog, be straight with you. Like, why are we doing this, dog? Yeah. Like, is this shit about to go down? I can't tell you. But I will tell you this. Those trips to Atlanta got to chill out. Yeah. Because that's not a safe place. Tell her don't go.
And I'll say this.
Like,
what I took from this episode, that anger that he had with Cal
with himself
leading up to Cal's death was misplaced anger, nigga. I'm really mad because I didn't fight hard enough to tell my wife, I got some weird cryptic shit from the president, and I'm telling you, I just don't think this is a smart move. Stay here with the kids. Just, you know, if nothing happens this trip, then you make the next one.
Well, you know what's really if it played out that you're supposed to get my wife, you said you didn't, but you couldn't or whatever. Yeah. To a certain extent, I can understand that. Yeah. But that's not how it all played out. Yeah. I did give you a heads up. Yeah. I didn't break protocol and oath as the fucking president and tell you all the inside secrets that's not above your security clearance. Yeah. You still work for me. You cool, my nigga, but we not like, you still work for me, right?
Because even when you say, yo, all your family here, I like that Cal told him, hey, relax, my nigga. I'm talking about my family. Don't bring my family into this.
My nigga, I also got your family here too.
Your kids is right over here. Your kids was with my son.
Can you imagine though, if now granted, I understood that you thought y'all was gonna have at least 10 days notice before when some shit started erupting to get this shit together. My nigga, that's just not how shit works.
And you also just heard 90 different fucking scientists in the White House literally standing in front of you say this shit happened a lot quicker than we anticipated. Yo, all our models had this not moving the way that it's moving. Dog.
So I get the idea that you thought you was gonna have more time, but that's just not how shit worked. But the fact that y'all had that conversation and he said, my nigga, I'm sorry. It's an impossible test. You just had that same conversation with your homegirl that you air quotes promise.
So glad you brought
that's
that
a fake promise that I didn't promise you this shit, my nigga. You made me say promise. I didn't go with
I didn't promise.
I did.
So I didn't love her energy toward Xavier because that was also misplaced. Because you're really mad at Cal. You never worked for Xavier. Nigga, me and you are on the same level of importance until that nigga Xavier decides, or I'm sorry, till Cal decides who's going on Versailles.
I'm more important because nigga, I protect
this nigga.
You get the nigga elected. Ain't no election down here, my nigga.
Dog. But on the flip side, there was quite literally, I'm as powerless as you when it comes to picking who's on this list. I didn't pick me, nigga.
2 different times.
She thought he was a pick me.
Oh boy, the rookie nigga that you kept. You know he about to die.
Damn.
You know he about to die. You know it's an impossible decision.
Because again, I don't need a full Secret Service squad with me where it's 25,000. I need a handful of the best, my nigga.
Especially going to a place that ain't got no guns.
Come on, man. Yo,
But so for you not to understand that, now I'm also talking about the end of the world, my wife, for 20 years, the whole 9 yards. So like, it's not lost on me that you may not be in your right mind.
Here's the thing. I'm not mad at Xavier's attitude in that moment. But knowing what we know 3 years later, that you was still harboring this level of fucking anger.
That man gave you closure, though.
Come on, man.
Because for all intents and purposes, what you knew, he gave you a satellite phone. Yeah. So you can talk to your wife and you talked her up to the end.
Fam, he gave you closure. He gave you a potential route for her to get from Atlanta, Hartsfield to a fucking Air Force base to get to DC, to get on that plane. I tried, dog.
And the question that you asked me, a loaded question.
Yeah.
You said, when did you know that she wasn't going to be able to make it?
Yeah.
As soon as you told me that.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't attempt to try.
Yeah.
I know she wasn't gonna make it because nigga, look what we in. He told you to talk to the general. General looked at you and you gave the general the nod. Yeah. And he was like, look, give him my man here. He went over there. He said, hey, this the location. The nigga typed the name in the computer system. You got your man. I don't know why. Oh boy, got like a route that's like 3 hours quicker.
Well, here's the thing. When you look from your phone, it might not tell you some shit. I don't know. Because when dog looked,
he like, nigga, 45 minutes
should be there.
Right. Now, that's a short window.
That made me look at my phone different, though.
Well, the government got a secret back route.
No, the government know blocks that's open that I don't know about.
The government say, go through Bankhead, go down through the west side. Yeah.
Let me tell you, where she was never getting
go to Simpson Hill or whatever T.I. said.
It's funny because, again, everybody listen to the pod. No, I lived in Atlanta a long fucking time. If it rains, not even a crazy rain, just a little fucking rain, Atlanta traffic becomes impossible. Like, I hear what niggas say about LA.
Stay on the freeway.
I hear even that, it ain't because Atlanta's such a fucking, like, large city.
But you also talking about, I'm not in the city.
Yeah.
I'm at an airport. I'm at an airport going to another airport, which it ain't no.
Yeah.
Like, these are back roads.
These back blocks
and this is probably already, you know how it is around Metro. It's not a whole bunch of.
And here's the thing. I'm running lights. At the end of the world, ain't no stop sign.
I don't have a car. Nigga, steal one.
Yo, Sterling delivered that perfect, by the way. Because steal one. God damn it. Like, you're not hearing me, dog. And you know what's going on. Because you at an airport. Everybody at the airport is freaking out right now. You just said, yo, a bunch of us are just walking aimlessly. We just going somewhere, nigga. Man, if you don't go take a fucking car, dog, and get your ass where I'm telling you to go, and then click, we lose. Yo, the amount of stress that I had every time they lost each other on that phone.
When the phone dropped on the floor.
Come on, yo.
Because at the end of it, I'm still doing my fucking job, too.
That's it.
And, he snapped into action. Yeah. He gave that speech. He was telling dog, like, yo, here, nigga, you clear hot. He like, clear hot.
Because look, once he said, yo, get me back on TV. I want to go live, and I'm about to keep it a buck with the American people. Literally everybody that was around that started saying, oh shit, it's about to go crazy. And the rookie nigga was like, you think it's about to be chaos? That nigga said it's already been chaos. This about to cause a fucking riot. Like, it's been crazy, my nigga. But now it's finna go fucking nuts. And now it's finna turn deadly. And he told that nigga, hey, weapons hot, nigga. Now you gotta get ready to shoot somebody, dog.
That nigga said you Versailles? Yeah, I'm assuming you are too. Yeah. What about Dog? I don't fucking know who that is.
Nah.
He don't even know Robinson. I figured you knew Robinson. You don't even know Robinson.
Brand new to the squad.
Robinson also saved your life.
Yo, Robinson not only saved your life, shout out to her. She was about her fucking business early on. Somewhere in here, you start fucking on this nigga. You might have already been fucking on this nigga.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's the end of the world.
I like this energy right here, dog.
But she's still on that type of shit. Like, so for an example, y'all get down there and y'all fall. You clearly, my wife hate me. You feel me? And that's not a real marriage. This is like, I don't give a fuck that y'all in a relationship. You feel me? And everybody knew it, so it wasn't like a secret. But like, and you riding for him right now. You riding for him and shit. So that's I fuck with that.
So question for you, dog. Like, again, impossible situation if you're president. Do you think you would do this second speech? Like the fucking, hey, let me just keep it a buck with y'all. Go be with your loved ones because this shit finna go down.
Yeah.
Like, when he had that moment.
Because what you gonna do to me?
Come on, man.
Who the fuck? Like, whether, some people believe the president is the actual president. Some people don't. It's always somebody behind the thing. At this particular point, what you gonna do to me, my nigga?
That him giving that second speech confirmed for me. Obviously, he a flawed man. Every one of us are, right? But that confirmed he's a good dude. Yeah. Like, because during the early episodes, they lead you to think he's a fuck up, he a drunk, he all this. His son hate him, his daddy hate him, his wife hate him.
Man, think about all that son hate shit, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't even know I saved the world. I don't fucking know I saved the world. You don't know I saved the world, and you don't even know that what I did, they didn't even want me to do.
Yeah.
This is quite literally. Now, on some, I'm not telling American people too early.
Yeah.
Okay, like if I told you niggas in 10 days the world,
then it'll really be alright.
If I told you in 10 days the world is gonna end, it's anarchy in the streets.
For sure.
It's murders, it's rapings, it's
all that.
It's quite
the purge.
Yeah, it's the purge.
It's the purge.
Right.
Because if I tell y'all the world is ending in less than fucking 10 days, you all are going to say, fuck the law, fuck the rules, fuck everything that happened in that 30 minutes between him giving a real speech and getting to the helicopter would have happened over the course of a week.
I do think there is, I don't know how to calculate that. There's probably a right amount of time that like, we only got enough time to bunker down and get with family. 10 minutes before the world ended, cut a little bit too close. Yeah. Give me 24 hours to live, my nigga.
I'll be honest. Hey, DC, y'all got 5 hours. Everybody around here, again, 5 hours being your last 5 with your family, not great. However, it's cities out here that's already going through. We saw LA, 8.9 earthquake tore LA to shreds, nigga. Florida about to get tore up in 2 hours. Yo, go spend these 5 with your loved ones. Get up out of here. Go be at home, my nigga. Go
to Dunham's and get some snorkels, nigga.
Yeah.
Where the like I'm trying to.
It's fucking DC. Go find Wale, man. Somebody go get some fucking
Cause if the tsunami is coming, we underwater.
Yeah.
How much air I got this tank? Do I got enough? Like, I don't know.
The one you need ain't at Dunham's. Like,
not Dunham's, but like
shit. Yo, we in DC. I'm sure I can find where they at though. Shit. Go to Howard. Go to Howard Homecoming. Go chill.
Should I keep an air tank with me, like in some school?
Yo, what's crazy is knowing that they have 5 hours, but then seeing the Washington Monument under, like, don't get it twisted. Y'all got 5 hours, but it's also finna get really bad. Yeah. Like
now it's just you sitting on top of the Washington Monument with a snorkel and shit. Like,
so the Washington Monument, like 500 feet. The water was literally, all we saw was the tip on that one episode. What if you had scaled like 400 feet up and was like, whoa, I'm good, nigga, I'm up here. And that shit kept rising, like, God damn, nigga, like.
You sitting at the top of Mount Everest and shit, like, whew.
Woo, shit got wild. And then it's like.
That might be where you safe at, low key.
Gotta get there. Because now you're worried about oxygen.
Man, I watched some shit on Mount Everest the other day. You know how many dead bodies up there that they cannot get?
It ain't gonna happen. You can't breathe, my nigga. It's certain shit I just don't need to do. Like, so after he goes back, he has that I'm gonna keep it real with y'all speech to the American people. Again, phenomenal scene by James Marsden. I thought he delivered it perfectly. I love the fucking quick flash to Robinson when that teardrop. Like, let me wipe it and get back to business. But damn, this shit really hitting home, dog. And like, if you a TV nigga like me, go back, watch the end of that scene and slow it down and watch everybody face when he says, God bless you, and I love you.
And like, I feel for the niggas who kind of felt like it was a rap, but was like, fuck it. He a good dude.
Yeah.
The chef know what time it is. He's like, yo, it's a pleasure serving you. You know what I'm saying? And
dog, it's yo, the nigga, the chef who brought the coffee, dog, his hand shaking, pouring that shit, that might have been where I cracked. Like, I was like, yo, I had to Robinson that motherfucker. Like, all right, bro, this nigga hand shaking was fucking, it was just brilliant. Then he like, hey, man, best hamburgers I ever had, dog. Now, if I'm the president, I know I ain't got all the power. I know it's people who probably pull the strings over me. Cool. If this nigga make the best burger I ever had, though, he Versailles, dog. Sorry. Like,
ain't no fucking hamburgers down there, nigga. All that shit fake meat.
Nah, you got to come down here and do this Beyond Burger like you be doing that one, dog. Like,
all that shit fake meat down there.
We got some comments.
They just tapped in right now.
Okay.
So look, shout out to 120. We up to 120 in this joint.
What up, dog?
Most of y'all on Twitter. 190 y'all on Twitter.
Shout out to you. For 109 that's on Twitter, make sure y'all go over to the YouTube.
Oh shit!
And subscribe.
Oh, I forgot to put the little the banner down there. Yeah, look at that. YouTube.com/ThisWeekInCulture.
Yeah, man. Go to the YouTube, subscribe, and help us get the numbers up over there, yo. So after he gives the speech, right? Xavier had already fucking prepped the other folks, him and the other Secret Service nigga that's Versailles, when they got the straps, because we gotta be loaded, because we know this shit about to go crazy, right? And they leave out the room after the speech, and now you got to get the president to the helicopter. But you got to get him through a bunch of people who are literally fucking furious.
And this nigga's shooting.
So look, where it started, before, when the president was still in there giving a fucking speech, and that nigga Xavier, right after the speech, when they came out, and Xavier was fucking telling his daughter, like, hey, they got a plan. This was the first speech. Not the second speech. He told the daughter, yo, Presley, we got a plan. Like, just follow the plan. Stay with the son.
You stay with that motherfucker.
Stay with the president's
they
son.
Coming for him.
Yeah, and as long you're on the list with him. So as long as you with him, you good. And then the aide heard him and said, they got a plan. What plan? What plan? Like, so once I know, and then I see y'all scrambling, then it's like, wait, where y'all scrambling to get the president?
I just want to see that at the table.
Come on, man. Now, on the flip side of the seat at the table, once we get the president on the chopper and then to Air Force One, and we're going to go over some of the shit that happened between that, but I want to jump on that real quick. Yo, it was niggas with a seat at the table on a whole nother plane that didn't make it. It was actually 2 planes that didn't make it. Mm-hmm. One we saw go down when Air Force One went up. Saw it right out the window. Damn, that shit went down. Then we learned that the plane with the fucking the 5-star general on that bitch,
and all the Congress,
and all of the fucking politicians that we were taking down here.
So is it 25,000 people down there?
I
think we planned for 25,000.
Yeah, but it's a good amount who didn't make it.
And I also like, what was the plan for everybody else? We put 20. We say 25,000 of y'all.
Yeah.
We got it. We picked y'all, right?
Yeah.
We didn't know when this shit was gonna happen.
Yeah.
That shit happened today. Get there.
Yeah.
All y'all didn't make it.
Yeah.
25,000 people.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sure there were a bunch of people
living down there already.
Similar to Terry, Xavier's wife, where I may not have been in a position to get where I needed to be.
I might have been in Tennessee.
Come on, man. Like, all of us, because here's the thing, that 25,000 includes the families. All of us aren't fucking just in DC waiting on this moment. Like, niggas is living their life regularly.
You got to get here.
And there are people with way less fucking connection to the president than Xavier. So if Xavier didn't understand the
gravity. How about this? I know for a fact is niggas in California that was on that list.
Come on.
And that tsunami came out going 600 miles an hour out of nowhere.
Come on. Caused damn near a 9 on the Richter scale and tore LA up.
Because
in an instant.
Because people being down there before the president is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It seemed like he should be the first nigga down there.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it had to be people down there living.
Oh, workers there were people down there for sure, because nigga, the president and them got to Air Force One late. We was already moving niggas. So like,
also, like, before we even got the president to the plane, one of the planes got blew up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I don't know who was shooting on the White House lawn, but they were shooting.
So it's when I watched it a second time, you'll see a couple of them niggas break through the little barrier that they had and tackle one of the police or like Secret Servicemen that was out there and get his gun. And the niggas like looking at the gun on some how do you work and shit. And then that's when you start hearing popping.
Like, why are you trying to kill the president?
Because no, nigga, y'all ain't getting on this plane. Here's the thing. You're not getting on the chopper either, bro.
My nigga, I shoot myself.
Come on.
If I don't want to get, like, it's going to be a horror. It might be over quick.
Imagine being dog who was running with the football, Secret Service nigga, and you get popped in the back of the head 15 feet from the damn chopper. Bro.
Now, technically, it's a spot open, my nigga. The other Secret Service.
So I did think that, like,
but ain't no.
But Young Dog, you 3 days in, it's mad people out here who have the cachet built up, who could replace the nigga that just got killed on the lawn. Now, granted, I also feel like you can't open that door on some Sinatra shit. Yeah, I can't let one of y'all in.
Also, like Robinson on some G shit, she was like, y'all go take the president. I'm going back upstairs to get the other niggas.
Yeah.
Don't open this door for nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
and she made it out.
Keep it a bean, dog. Like,
old boy was like, hey, don't do it.
Hey.
Don't do it. Double tapped him.
A few warnings, dog.
Double tapped him. Boom.
Come on, man.
And then
in reality,
when they was in the elevator, he was like, nigga, don't make me do it. Then you just heard. Bah, 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 bah.
And it's wild because the one nigga was like, yeah, thanks for that, Cal. Like,
nigga, you want to go?
Bro, you're still getting on this plane, dog. It's people out here who ain't Versailles, my nigga. I wasn't just finna let them just ride this through like it was a normal day. And the whole time we running because we got covered, dog. That's fucked up. Yo.
Oh, we got 4 voice notes, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's get to them real quick.
Yeah.
Before we wrap the episode. Shout out to everybody who's
Jay. It's been a little minute since I left one of these, but coming to you live from Brooklyn, it's your boy BK Dre, aka Dre Digits. I caught y'all on YouTube while y'all were talking about Paradise. I believe it was episode 4, and I got to leave a comment and we got to interact a little bit. But
what up, gang?
Yeah, man, same nigga, different circumstances. BK Dre Digits, just Dre. It's all me, man. It don't matter, whatever y'all want to go by. But just here to wish everybody some well wishes and sending some positive vibes. 2025 has been on some weird shit. So just want to make sure that everyone is doing well and sending everybody some support and some words of encouragement to keep pushing through and to keep moving forward, man. But let's get into Paradise. Honestly, I'm not sure what I was expecting for the circumstances that did lead to them going into that mountain or underground or whatever they at in Colorado. But what they showed in this episode 7 was far worse than anything I could have possibly thought of. I mean, going from the natural world disaster, right? That in itself was absolutely terrifying. But the fact that immediately led to nuclear warfare is actually insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough that everyone is already expecting impending doom, but then that the nations use that as an opportunity to try to gather resources. Yeah, that's just wild. And it's also pretty interesting that that's honestly something that would actually occur. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world could be falling apart, but the main priority is always capitalism. So I thought that was very interesting. But the day of the events was just, I don't even have the proper word for it. You know what I'm saying? Just the tensions. Yeah, man, just trying to put myself in everyone's shoes in that day and having all this information and knowing how bad things really are and trying to keep that so close to the vest. Yeah, man, like Xavier talking with Marsha, who was on the president's campaign, you know, for so long. That other security guard that upped the blick at his face before they got into the chopper. Where Robinson just pulled up and popped him in his head. And that scene, right, was in the scene where Xavier and Robinson were interacting when they had to go get the guns. There was a quick flashback, and I actually paused it in that scene because I wanted to make sure that I was seeing blood on the helicopter and on Xavier's face. There's a scene where Robinson is turned around quickly to like yell at him, and she apologizes for how the events went that day. And in that scene, I was like, yo, why is Xavier covered in blood? Like, was that because of the disaster that had happened? Did they barely make it away? And the whole time, goddamn Robinson shot that man dead in his head. Yeah, man, I don't even know. I feel like I'm so caught up in how wild that day was that I don't even have anything for, what's currently happening in Paradise. But goddamn, man, I just had to talk about that. All right, one.
Yo, man, major facts, dog. And I do remember that scene because I didn't know what she was apologizing for. There was another scene, so to speak, where they were together. A little flashback when they were like going through the checkpoint, and she was, "Are you such and such and such? Follow me." I'm thinking like, maybe that's what you were talking. I didn't know.
We ain't know the background.
Yeah,
because we also, to the point we just brought up, we learned she wasn't on this nigga's fucking team prior to all this. Versailles is when she came in and started running shit.
And I wasn't 100% sure she was Versailles. I mean, clearly she was.
Yeah, but she ain't get on with them.
Yeah, nothing about her said I knew what was going on.
Yeah, the whole time she was about to come down there and run this whole shit. Real quick though, before we move to the next voice note, BK Dre, salute to you, appreciate you, man. You ended your voice note with one, and I ain't heard a nigga in the call with one since like 2003.
Nigga from New York,
yo. That nigga wonders, yo. Like that shit was just amazing, man. BK Dre, appreciate you, dog.
All right, next one.
Woo, shit. What's going on, Twig family? It's your man E.
E, what up?
Damn, yo. I'm trying to fucking hold it together. That episode of Paradise. I just got done watching it, man. And as an actor myself, round of fucking applause for everybody in this episode, man. The way they portrayed those emotions and got those points across in every fucking scene, dude. Like, I don't think I've been this emotional after watching a TV show. Ironically enough, since I believe it was season 2 of This Is Us back in 2019. And you already know when Sterling K. Brown is in his bag, visually, he makes you feel every fucking emotion that he's feeling through the screen, man. And that's exactly what he did. And also, what's his name? James Marsden. Round of applause to him because Cal actually, even for a little while, he could have did it earlier, but he showed some balls in that scene where he was talking to the dude, what was his name, Jerry, who was cleaning the house and everything, right? Who, to him, he's like, I've lived through some shit. When you get to be my age, you've seen presidents die, you've seen pandemics, you've seen wars, and everything goes back to normal, and the look in his eyes, trying to figure out if he should tell this man that this time is going to be different, all those emotions. And then the man still smiling through it, still like, oh, it's going to be all right. When the whole time you probably about to die in the next 10 to 15 minutes, possibly. You know what I'm saying? And then he went to tell the world the truth. Like, okay, you know what? That shit we already had planned to say and air after I'm already safe in the bunker. Nah, fuck that. Let's go live. Let's tell them, hey, this is it. If you want to go see your best friend or your loved one right now who live down the street, go hug them. You know what I mean? Go tell them you love them. Because this world, quite possibly and quite literally, as you know it, will be over. There's going to be no communication. You know what I'm saying? Your cell phone ain't going to work. This is it. And he humanized that man in that moment. And everybody, that scene was powerful. And speaking of powerful, Robinson, when she shot homie who was trying to get on the plane because he couldn't go, while it was cold as fuck. At the same time, I respect her enough for having the ability to stay focused in a time like that because I'm sure she had emotions too and she had family who she was losing, but she was like, okay, the game plan is the game plan and I'm gonna stick to it. If you fucking it up, I'm gonna take you down. And Shot homie dead in his fucking head, yo. Point blank range. I'm just like, fuck. And the lady whose son, came to the White House and she thought they were gonna be able to take him. The whole time they knew they couldn't. Just everything, man. Everything from top to bottom. Fantastic fucking episode. Um, yeah, yeah. This one, this one's gonna sit with me for a while, man. Because they laid it on thick in this episode. It was heavy tension from beginning to end, and I can't wait to hear what y'all thought about it, man. All right, peace out.
Peace, E. Yo, the thing he just said about Robinson, I hadn't even thought about. Did she have any fucking family, nigga? Like,
she had to. You feel me?
Man.
Well, like family, as in like I got nieces and nephews.
Yeah, like immediate. Yeah,
yeah.
like I mean, if she had a husband, he not invited to her side, nigga.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
yeah, what a way to clear up your side piece.
I think he made a point. So Cal showed a bunch of balls.
He did
a bunch of times. He was a real president.
Yeah,
it was like, one, I'm doing what I think is right.
Yeah,
fuck what you talking about, my nigga. You shut the fuck up, sit in the back of the elevator.
Told them niggas flat out, fuck the plan.
Yeah. Also, when he was talking to fucking Sinatra about what he was actually gonna do, and you said like, nigga, I'm the president. It's my decision.
Yeah.
Hey, dog, she moved, shoot her.
Yeah. Now take that scene and really this whole episode, and then go to that scene closer to when he got killed, when he was on the patio with her, and you remember she questioned that nigga balls.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Like, man, now I can see. Oh, that'll be the first time I ever see you with some balls. No, bitch.
Yeah,
I said So what I didn't know, what was going down was when he said that, and they looked back, and then dude did like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, who you doing this for?
Yeah.
Was this about to be a takeover type thing? Like, but no, I'm the president,
I'm the
nigga.
Fucking president.
Hold your dumb ass.
Who pulling strings? Out here, I run shit.
Yeah.
Pull the strings later, my nigga. But right now, you can literally not do shit to me, dog. And when I tell you this is the plan, this is the fucking plan. When we get on this damn Air Force One and a bunch of niggas on a plane that's finna land in St. Louis and just die, they telling me push this button, and I look them in the eye and say, yeah, and I know I got a little secret, nigga. Sinatra, if them niggas couldn't convince me, you can't convince me.
You know why was another reason that old boy can't get on the plane? There's a lot of room.
The new nigga?
Yeah. It's a lot of room down there because 25,000 people didn't go in there.
For sure.
Right? It's because we don't know you, nigga.
Yeah.
Old girl.
You ain't been thoroughly vetted.
Old girl picked everybody down there. I know these personalities mix and mesh.
Yeah.
I know if I got 3 of these type of personalities, I need 4 to balance that out. I need I hope she's that good.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
the only real thing that I think went wrong with her plan was she didn't really know Sinatra the way she thought she knew Sinatra. Everybody else, I think she vetted really fucking well. It's just Sinatra who was low-key evil billionaire that you ain't really have that much of a clue about. You thought you had fixed her. You didn't, my nigga.
And like she they say power corrupts, absolute power corrupts. You tagged us in some. What do you think about do you see that tweet, dog, on my phone?
Hold up. Let me go to that. So This Week in Culture.
Rob said, just tag y'all in the tweet what y'all think about that far-fetched theory. So
okay. All right, Rob, I got you. So what we learned at the end of the episode, and we got 2 more voice notes to get to.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to those in a second. But what we learned at the end of the episode, when we flash back to real time, Sinatra's talking to Xavier, and she lets him hear all the fucking radio of people on Earth who are still there. And we're gonna talk it through. Cal ain't pressed the red button. He went blue pill on him.
Yeah.
So people didn't die, but I shut all electricity. He set off a bunch of EMPs that basically shut the world down as we know it, and was going to set us back 500 years. But niggas lived.
You got
for the most part. You got
some people.
live.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because some of the missiles was already out and was
Now, what I do think happens is when that EMP goes on there, I think the missile lands.
Yeah, the missile had to land. It just wasn't.
It don't detonate.
Yeah.
So like now, granted, you should probably stay away from that.
Here's the thing: if a nuclear missile land in your lawn and don't detonate, gonna move, my nigga.
Yeah. And now that motherfucker just sitting in the water, floating around somewhere.
Yeah.
But so it hit Atlanta.
Yeah. Yep.
But it just hit like a regular bomb.
Yeah.
Or a missile.
Yeah. It. So what's funny? They also mentioned earlier in the episode, like, yo, in addition to all the other shit, China and Russia, they also shooting regular missiles at each other. Nigga, like, this shit ain't just nuclear. It's
like y'all fighting over land that may not even be there though.
Come on, man.
What resources?
If this land gets submerged under 500 feet of water, what's the point of owning it?
You didn't fought out, and now the water then came in there. Oh, here's the Gulf of America.
Yo, fighting over land that's now at the bottom of the ocean, crazy.
What's so wild?
Crazy.
That's what used to happen.
Yeah, there's land at the bottom of the ocean right now.
Right now, like it's cliffs and like we was the safe ones.
Yeah.
Right, like the water.
We were once above sea level.
Now we are sea level. We was like so high. And it's like, yo, you gonna be safe up there. But literally this happened. And now
So we learned when Xavier and Sinatra are talking in real time, she was like, yo, not only is your wife alive and I'm gonna let you hear her over the radio, didn't trust that you had a pre-recording, by the way, but fuck it, whatever. Not only that, yo, the president did something that nobody but me knows he had the power to do, and it left these people alive. And not only that, but the reason that the DNA results never made it to the lab to get studied is because it was DNA from somebody who ain't down here.
Well, I think they said the results came back, and they came back that shit don't match nobody down
here.
Yeah,
no, that's what they never made it to the lab. You remember that when Robinson was like, the DNA never got to the lab. Sinatra know why, because we tested it. We can't let this get to the lab and get public.
So she said somebody from the outside.
It's somebody from the outside. So the theory that Rob just texted or tagged us in on Twitter is that it's the mama. That she got in there. Now, granted, does she have reason that she would go in there and kill Cal 3 years later? Sure. If my son died and you could have saved him, because he was there. She said, hey, my sister brought my son here. They at the gate. Could she be mad enough? Sure. Do I think it was her? No.
Do she got the skills to survive, make it to Colorado?
And then get through all the fucking Secret Service protection.
All those cameras.
Shut down cameras. I don't think she does, but one thing I will give her. If you've been his aide from the beginning of his shit, you do know how his security team works. You don't know enough.
Billy wasn't on his team.
Fact, you don't know his team. You just know how you like him to work.
Robinson wasn't on his team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
again, I don't think it, but I've seen this talk since the episode aired. Now, on the flip side, I think what we learned, period, is that, hey, anybody we've been thinking might have been the killer probably wasn't the fucking killer.
I mean, it was a nigga with that little symbol on the back of his jacket.
Yeah.
That the same thing that's on.
That wasn't her.
Yeah, that wasn't her.
That wasn't her. With
I was
flower shit.
Well, that's what I was looking at when I was like, "Yo, who is this person?" At the beginning of the episode, I was waiting for something in that room to have that symbol. I'm like, all right, this about to link back or something.
It's funny. I didn't want to go back to like episodes 1 through 3 and see if I see that flower anywhere else. Because we can't forget that just because we got a new theory, but we do know whoever killed him wasn't fucking part of the 25,000.
Yeah. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right, we got
2 more questions.
Toy family, what's good? Aunt Jay, what's up, my brothers? It's a beautiful Tuesday in the D. Hey, look, man, I know I took some steaks out the freezer. I'm gonna drag that grill out. Hey, you know how we do in Detroit, man. That first spring day, the snow melting, that shit feel good. But just wanted to tap in with y'all good brothers, man. I just finished episode 7 of Paradise, and boy, they was cooking up some shit. Yeah, I was kind of watching. I felt a little triggered, honestly, because COVID lockdowns will be 5 years next month, and hey, shit was crazy. Like, it was really, crazy, and just seeing how, all those people who really thought that, I work for the president, or I work for this congressman, I work for this senator, yada, yada, yada. When shit hit the fan, hey, big dog, you hating from outside the club because you can't get in. You really can't. It just made me think about, human nature. And when the COVID lockdowns happened, motherfuckers was taking paper towel, toilet paper, 37, bottles of water, 42 packs of chicken breasts, it was pandemonium, and that was just us staying in because of a contagious, virus that, was spreading around. I just think about how wild, hey, niggas tried to kill Big Gretch. You feel me? It was some real wild shit. And so just watching, Paradise and really thinking about if this was actually to happen, how quickly lawlessness would spread throughout the country, so it was really deep. Really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a great episode. I haven't listened to the pod since last month for voicemail, so I'm behind. Forgive me. I still don't understand why everybody works for Sinatra and why people are just so beholden, so loyal to her. When I was watching the episode and I saw how the Secret Service was beholden to, protecting the president, and my man's was like, Sterling K. Brown's character was like, hey, nah, bro. I don't know. I think Dickie, wherever his name was, he was like, nah, man, you stay here and you guard. And he pulled the blicky on and said, nah, I'm going wherever y'all going. Cause I think as a society, everybody thinks that they're a part of the club, that, hey, I work for this CEO. I work for this person, that, if it's layoffs, I'll be protected. If it's the end of the world, cause I'm close to this person, I'll be protected. And then when it really hits the fan, you see where you fall, on the totem pole. So I feel like that's a good lesson to take for the show, for the fans out there. But overall, really solid episode. I don't know if you could call it Hollywood-esque, that the daughter, even though the father told her to stay there, she left, and was helping out the president's son and all of that stuff. And of course, she gets kidnapped by a double agent. So I don't know if that's me just nitpicking, or if that's just, kind of a Hollywood trope, he can't kill the bad guy because he has to save his daughter. Felt a little predictable, but hey, teenagers do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But overall, great episode. Sterling K. Brown was killing me with the Denzel Glory teardrop. I was like, yeah, bro, in his acting bag, he getting down. But overall, great episode. I'm looking forward to the season finale. I saw that got renewed for season 2, so that's fantastic, man. I hope Hulu got a hit with this one. I'm hoping we can get 10 episodes next time instead of 8, because the 8 piece is cool, but something like this, man, I think you can really flesh out 10. And I believe I read an article on Deadline the other day that said the creator of the show wants it to span over 3 seasons. He kind of has a total story he wants to tell over 3 seasons. So I'm hoping we get to see that in its entirety, because Hulu will be canceling shit. Overall, man, can't wait to listen to the pod. Wait to tap in with you fellas. Twick family, be easy. All my Detroiters, go throw something on that grill because it's gorgeous out. Peace.
Peace, bro. Such a great point that we talked about, being at the door, not being able to get in, right? Y'all niggas, you at the club, you trying to get in, bro. Again, that seat at the table shit, man. It don't mean what you think it means.
Because no always a hierarchy, though.
It's think about this situation, right? It's a bunch of millionaires who have hundreds of millions of dollars, all the things in the world. Nigga, you ain't have enough money to be part of this 25K.
And let's say you win 25K. It may not even be money. It may just be what you got.
It could be there's a lot of scientists and other people down there.
You at the table in the wrong city, in the wrong state right now. Did you make it over there?
Come on.
Did you have a satellite phone? What if they called you to say, yo, get to it. This to locate?
And again, we saw literally the entire the fucking general and all the other politicians. This was who was going to help me run the world when we got down there. Their plane had to stop in fucking St. Louis and then just go ahead and say, fuck it, we gonna die, I guess. Because we ain't make it, because we just got affected by all the other shit happening in the world right now.
What if one of them niggas, they didn't die? You feel me? And then it was like, well, we know where them niggas is going.
Yeah.
Let's get over there.
Let me get my ass down here.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, granted, I don't know why. Now, so let's take that angle for a minute, right? Maybe it was that plane that the general was on, and maybe one of them said, yo, I told this nigga in the world, go ahead and put that fucking nuclear out and just kill this whole shit. Only to find out he not only didn't end it, but what he did, now the people who did survive this shit.
Well, nobody knows that he did that though.
No. I'm saying you know it if you survived it.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, only he know there is a
that exists. Yeah.
And Sinatra.
Well, then I could just be mad that you ain't pushed the button. Because if you hit the button, I shouldn't be here. And if I'm down here scrambling and trying to fucking find food and do all this shit for 3 years, I might get angry enough at you that you ain't hit that button.
Off yourself then, nigga.
Off that.
Jump in the water, nigga. Like,
because here's my thing. When I was thinking about who the killer could be from the outside, right? I also thought, damn, it gotta be somebody who knows we're headed to Colorado.
I think the world know that. Well, some niggas know. They shot it. They tried to assassinate the president over that shit.
Yeah.
Remember on the lawn, like, yo, what's this shit about Colorado?
Yeah.
And then the nigga up the blick and, he jumped in front of him or whatever. Yeah. So, like, they knew about that shit 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years before.
But you gotta, like, you just can't drop a nigga off in Denver and be like, all right, go find the bunker. Like, somebody had to find somewhere, know something, dog.
Well, like, if there's a bunker inside of a mountain in Denver, it's only gonna be so many mountains.
So what I'm thinking, whoever it was might have been on that Versailles list and ain't make it. Now, I ain't putting it on Terry, but I feel like it had to be somebody who maybe knew about Versailles and maybe where it was headed, but I wasn't. I was either on the list or I knew what it was and I just wasn't on the fucking list.
If old boy didn't get killed and shot in the head, I'd be like, oh, he's the prime nigga.
Yeah, but he got his shit blue. Nigga. He got his muffin cap peeled back blue.
All right, man, we got one more. Our last note. Yo, if y'all want to send in a voice note, so listen, YouTube world, you feel me? And we got a finale next week.
Man.
And we typically show out for finales. You feel me?
Facts.
So if you never sent in a voice note before, send one in to thisweekinculturepod@gmail.com about how you felt the overall season was, things you liked, best, whatever you want to say, because we do for finales. It's a thing over here. So thisweekinculturepod@gmail.com. You can send in a voice note. We play all the notes that we receive, and as you can see. So
yeah, it's your motherfucking playing partner OBJ back in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm really finna keep this shit short, sweet, and simple so y'all can do the rest like y'all always do. First things first, Colin's a bitch. Cause now I'm thinking about it, it ain't no way in fuck I got an inkling that something finna go wrong, that the president hinting at me that something finna go wrong, and I'm still finna let my wife go out to Atlanta. Oh, sir, my wife hasn't listened to me for 20 years. Nigga, today the motherfucking day that her ass listen again, bitch, your ass staying home. I don't know what's going on, but the president to let me know something happened, so I need you right here with me by my side. That's first thing first. But then the second thing this bitch ass nigga done did, he's still my boy, don't get me wrong, I'm just frustrated right now. The second thing this bitch ass nigga done did, or didn't do, I don't care about all that nonsense Sinatra just told. I really don't. Bitch, I'm finna shoot you in both your kneecaps. I might can't kill you, cause you know where my wife at, supposedly. But ho, you finna fucking feel me, cause ain't no fucking way you think that you just finna, know what I'm saying, get away with all this shit scot-free. Man, look, I'm gonna let y'all do the rest. The niggas still frustrated. I'm finna rewatch this shit. I might send a part 2, I might not. Ant, Jay, Twig fam, peace.
Now this is what I've been waiting to talk about. I say this on Shop Talk. I say this on This Week in Culture. I'm the one nigga to take a loved one and try to do that. If you don't do this, I'm gonna do this thing with.
Yeah.
I love all my everybody. You feel me?
For sure.
But like, I'm fucking you up.
Yeah.
Like the idea that is, if you do this to me, I'm gonna do that to somebody else. But I'm gonna do it to you.
Yeah.
And you a regular woman. You're not from the military.
Yeah.
You ain't got no training.
You're a tech billionaire.
Like, you write code. You do cloud storage.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't take torture. I'm fucking you up. How about this? If you don't get my daughter here immediately, I'll go in there and kill all your people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let my people go. Yeah. Fuck you think you is, Moses?
Never.
I will go in there and kill every single person in. Do you realize I got all the guns?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Touch a hair on my daughter. I'm killing you. I'm gonna leave you alive and just beat the fuck out you every day.
So she told him 2 things to end the episode. She said, find out who killed Cal and get this place back in order. Talking about paradise. And then I'll give you your fucking daughter back. Here's my thing, though. There's absolutely, positively, 100% no way that it's going to get back to normal down here. Not after this. Not after all this. So the fact that I know that, and the fact that in my mind you're a techie motherfucker, so you can't play no electronic recording of my wife's voice and get me to immediately believe you. Sorry, nigga. I'm not going to believe it. Not that it can be true. I just won't immediately believe it. Yeah, but you can get shot in both your legs, dog.
Only thing, well, I guess that makes sense. Because she was like, your wife might be alive. What you mean, might?
Yeah, that's what she didn't.
But
that nigga said, you want me to help you find her so you don't know that she alive.
Well, also, like, I mean, she was alive when she made this, but she could be dead now.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's still fucked up there.
It's been 3 years of no food. Fam, they were talking about it on one of the news reports in the background. They were like, yo, there are no crops. There are no, like, all this shit was gone day 1, my nigga.
Which is why I have no idea why niggas think they can go live on Mars. Fuck you about to eat, nigga. Like, where you about to live? Like, if you gotta take, like, what are y'all talking about? Elon be on fucking Twitter talking about Mars. Nigga, we not going nowhere. Yeah. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah. It's
you just... like, you might as well just fix this place. Yeah. If you about to go make atmosphere somewhere else. Nigga, just fix this place.
Yeah. You're also never gonna get me to the point that Zach made, shit, I didn't mean to get you government, but the voice note we got where he's like, yo, you can't. They kind of TV'd a little bit and through the you got my daughter, even though I just told her. Yes, teenagers don't listen to their parents in a lot of situations. It could be the most dire shit in the world. Presley seems smart enough that she might listen and not fucking go nowhere. But she was also creeping out the house at 3 a.m. And she was creeping out not only to play with Uncle Billy, but also Auntie Jane. In her mind, this is still safe. Yes, it feels TV-ish because if I told you, you and your brother go down there and don't leave, I don't think you would leave, but you have an attachment to the fucking president's son. So you left with him. You ain't leave there with Jane. You left with him.
Somebody said, is Jane her daughter?
We got that question last week. Yeah. To this point, I don't think it's been long enough between Jane's son dying and that picture we got of her daughter to right now, present day, for her daughter to be this old. Or not Jane's son, Sinatra's son.
My son, this bitch had a son?
No, when Sinatra's son died and we saw their daughter, she seemed too young to be this old now. Like, this is only, what, maybe 5 years later, nigga?
No, that was 10.
That was 10?
Because remember, like I think it was 10 years when she went and seen the scientist nigga. And the daughter, the son was already dead.
He was dead at that point.
Because he mentioned.
Or did the scientist nigga just say like within 10 years this shit gonna happen? I can't fucking remember. I can't remember. All I know is Cal at that point was still the Senate.
Well, think about this.
So
think about this. He wasn't president yet.
Yeah, he was still on the Senate. Yep. And this is his second term.
Yeah, so that's 8 years.
Yeah.
At least.
So it could be around 10 years later, which
so that's that 8, little girl, 9, 10, 11. So you did 2 terms.
Yeah.
Plus you've been down here 3 years.
Now, if we go with the theory me and you have thrown out there that maybe some of them fucking flashes to Sinatra's family are flashbacks and not present day, then that little girl might have been about 11 or 12, which would make her early 20s if it's 10 years later. She could be a killer.
But like you don't seem like the type that raised the killer.
You wouldn't have raised Jane.
Yeah.
Because Jane's stone cold, nigga. That nigga kept fucking eating after Billy died. Like
you said, get her the biggest motherfucker here.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea just on some conspiracy shit, but I don't think Jane her daughter, man.
Like also, I don't know that Jane got hands. You could be diabolical.
Here's my other thing.
I will beat the fuck out you though.
Yo. Ain't nowhere to go.
She got a little 6-shooter. She got a little revolver.
Wherever Jane got my daughter right now, if I kill you or beat you the fuck up, where Jane gonna run? I go find her too, nigga.
Also, all the fuck I gotta do, listen. I got Sinatra.
Yeah.
I grab this bitch by her hair, take her to the office, and say, where the fuck Jane at? Turn them. You got a wristband, my nigga. I know where you at.
Yeah.
Oh, where's she at?
Or
because Jane didn't turn her wristband off.
I get Sinatra phone, say who got my daughter, beat you till you tell me, and then call her. Because he don't know that Jane got the daughter. Yeah. But once I can beat you till you tell me Jane got my daughter. Yeah. And if you never tell me and I beat you to death, guess what? I still find my daughter. We're in a bunker, my nigga. It ain't nowhere to go, bro. She gonna unzip the planet and go back to Earth? No, nigga. She under here somewhere. So I'm gonna find her.
I'll just go look through all the cameras and shit.
Come on, man.
I'm running this bitch now. I got the guns.
I know where you were taking all the rich decision makers when I was finna fucking tear this bitch apart. So I'm gonna start there and figure out who else might be working with you.
I will go kill all your people. Man. All the niggas that you got that you feel are important to you. I know where they all at.
Hey, bottom line, I'll shoot this bitch up.
Yeah.
Nigga. Yo, man, episode 7 of Paradise, phenomenal, dog. Everybody killed it. We learned all the fucking things that we needed to know about the events that led to them being down there, and also the mind state of everybody when the president got killed. We learned a lot of background in this episode. The acting in this episode, top notch. I have no bad things to say about this episode, dog. I think it was the best of the season.
Oh. He turned into Randall Pierce this episode. When he was talking to the mayor, when he talking to the president about his wife not, you know what I'm saying? He was like rambling on.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
That was it. And he was like, he was Randall Pierce.
So
sure.
You asked me, yo, like, when did I start to get like, hey, this might be an Emmy-worthy episode? That was the other scene. When they got off at Air Force One. When they were going to Air Force One, when they got dropped off at the base, and then they're walking to Air Force One, and then nigga Cal stop and turn around like, Xavier, dog, bring your Xavier on the phone trying to get Terry. He like, Xavier, we need to go. And he like, I can't get on that plane, dog. I can't get on it. And he like, and to your point, he just started rambling. And that nigga Cal said, calm down, dog.
I just don't understand why you hate him so. It's you mad at yourself. But like,
I get you being mad in the moment. I wouldn't have carried that for 3 years.
He gave you the general to say, hey, get her here and she's gonna come. She didn't make it.
Yeah.
She didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that she didn't make it. Then I gave you the phone to contact her. A satellite phone to contact her.
Talk to her before
and you for all of this purposes, you think you share her last moments together. Yeah. You should have some closure. You hate him?
And even though you only learned that in this moment, I also didn't nuke the world. In real life, that janitor and your wife are probably two of the major reasons that I didn't nuke the fucking world, nigga. That convo we had outside of Air Force One, that sticks with me when the general tells me.
So think about that. His mans think he a hoe ass nigga, because he don't know all the good I did.
Yeah,
your son think you a hoe ass nigga because you don't know all the good I did.
Yeah,
your father.
Your father think you a hoe ass nigga and think you a loser because he gave you everything. But the thing your dad don't know is how much you really had to decide on your own. You ain't give me this, Pops. You gave me a position I didn't want, and then I had to make decisions within it that you would never understand. Like Cal being depressed makes all the sense in the world. Because a lot of motherfuckers didn't love you for reasons they weren't aware of, dog. But you loved them all. That's the real thing. You loved them all, dog. To the fucking end, man. Yo, Paradise episode 7, top-notch TV, man.
139 of y'all. Shout out to
appreciate all of y'all that's in the YouTube with us. We know it's late. We know this a long YouTube, but goddamn it, this is a motherfucking pod, and we will be back next Tuesday. For all y'all who be like, yo, I want to send a voice note. I ain't had time. By next Tuesday at 8:30, have your voice note sent. Send it soon as you watch it. If you watch Monday at midnight, send it then. If you watch Tuesday morning at work, send it then. Whenever you watch it, send a voice note. Because next Tuesday, that finale, we going in, man. Till then, I'm Ant. That's Jay. This Week in Culture, Paradise, Hulu. We out. Peace.
Ooh.